Here at Broken Arrow, we try to meet the needs of all students, and all students are different around our district. We have so many, we have our Broken Arrow High School, which is for our traditional students. We have the Vanguard, which is for a different type of student. We have Early College High School. Broken Arrow Virtual Academy is really about giving the student and family options for their learning. These are students that might not feel comfortable coming to school, might have anxiety, might be high sports performers, and they need to practice many hours of the day and fit in school in the evenings. This might be situations where the parents like to be highly involved in the students' learning, and they really like that homeschool feel, but they want to be a part of Broken Arrow Public Schools. The Broken Arrow Virtual Academy offers a wide variety of courses for our students, all the way from pre-K to 12th grade. We have full-time virtual students that don't ever come to our campus or aren't required to come to our campus. But many times our students will come to our campus for tutoring, for meeting with teachers, or for social emotional activities to connect with other students. But these students that are full-time take all of their coursework off of campus at home, whether it's at their house, at the coffee shop, at their parents' work, wherever it is that they have a conducive learning environment to take our virtual coursework. Then we have our blended students. We call them blended because they take some virtual courses on their own time off campus, and they take some courses here on campus. We feel like our blended environment is something that we offer that no other online charter school or online school in our area can offer. When you enroll in the Broken Arrow Virtual Academy, you become a Broken Arrow Tiger. This allows you to immerse yourself in all the activities that happen all the way from pre-K to being a senior. If they're interested in sports or clubs, all of those things can still be done. If you want to be a part of a chess club, you can still do that. If you want to be part of robotics, you can still do that. You still get to go to prom. You still get to go to middle school dances, football games, and even become a part of the football team or our award-winning band. You get to go to the zoo as an elementary school student or BizTown. And those are activities that connect your students socially, and they make them be a part of something bigger. Any of those activities are available to any of our students that are blended or full-time. Not only do you get to do those things at the other sites, but in our virtual academy, we host our own events. We go to the zoo, we go to the ice skating rink. Every other week we go to a park in elementary school. Our middle school students get to come in and do art activities and social board game nights and things that just get you to meet other students that are learning virtually, but you don't have to do it alone. When you think of a virtual school, a lot of people think about anytime, any place, any pace. We love that saying. It gives a lot of flexibility. Families can pick up and go on vacation and not worry so much about coursework. But it really all depends on your student's progress and ability to complete the course proficiently. If a student is on progress and doing amazing work, then anytime, any place, any pace is perfect for them. But we want to make sure our students are successful. So once we identify that a student is not on pace and is not going through their coursework to be successful, we kind of take that away and we say, okay, you have to turn things in at a certain time. You need to be logged in. You need to come up here and meet with teachers. So we have interventions to make sure that our students are successful. The life of a virtual student looks very different than that of a student that goes to school every day. A student might be able to sleep in a little longer. They might work a little longer into the evenings. They might split it up through the day. One thing that we really advocate for our families is to create a conducive learning environment inside the household. That's not the bed, that's not the kitchen table, but an area that sparks that student to think it is time to learn. And so they go to that space each day. Students in our virtual program might even meet up with other families, other cohorts, relationships to where they go out and experience life together. And so we really encourage that for the social well-being of the families and the students. And so throughout the week it can look very different. You can have a very rigorous Monday through Wednesday and take off half a day Thursday and Friday. We have many families that work Monday through Thursday and really advocate for their students to finish up. And then on Fridays is a family day, and they spend Friday working as a family and making those bonds. And so for us at the virtual school, we just want to make sure that students are progressing and being successful in learning. And so we work really hard to make sure that the content is rigorous, that the support is very high from our teachers and staff, and our students are successful because of this. For a student to really be successful in virtual without much supports takes a student that is a self-driver, a self-learner, somebody that's going to dive into the program every single day and learn asynchronously with nobody else really attached to them or forcing them through that. We know that everybody in our program is not that kind of learner. So it's very important that students are engaged with their families to make sure that they stay on track and stay successful in our program. We call this the family learning coach. So we always like to identify somebody or multiple people in the house that are advocates for the student's learning and their success. So this is somebody making sure that they're on progress, that they're submitting assignments, that they're communicating with their teachers, and working towards course completion. All staff and teachers at the Broken Arrow Virtual Academy are committed to student success. We are there to ensure that they're academically successful and socially, emotionally successful. So our academic supports are very important to make sure that your student does well in our program. We have tutoring throughout the week. So we are a virtual program, but we do encourage students to come to our facility. We have multiple rooms with multiple teachers to where students come in and check in. They let us know what they're working on and how we can support. We even offer drinks and snacks while they're there. We also do some fun activities and get them up out of their seats, take them on walks, go through our Frisbee. We really connect to students to make sure that they're being supported. And those academic supports really come from that relationship from the teacher to the student really understanding where they need help and the teacher being able to bridge that gap. Our teachers are highly trained in the virtual environment. They have a very specific job description that's outside of a regular classroom teacher. They have to be very good at communicating and articulating to students and supporting them at a distance. It is hard to connect with students when they're asynchronously learning, but they have skills and processes to make sure that they're successful connecting to students and making sure that students have the right supports to take it to the next step. And most of all, they're going to make you feel like a Broken Arrow student because they are Broken Arrow teachers. Ultimately, the Broken Arrow Virtual Academy exists to give families and students options for how they learn, and we would love for you to be a part of that.